180,830 people were infected with COVID on November 25th, with 2,313 deaths. This has to be the worst Thanksgiving in the history of the United States, with hundreds of thousands of families around the country having their loved one either in isolation due to the infection or in the hospital trying to turn things around. Over and over, this Republican Party has tried to push COVID under the mat, and the infection is now climbing on us with a vengeance. This is madness. Just look at this chart. This data was collected by the COVID tracking project. If you see the daily charts, you can see that since mid October, we have been continuously breaking the highest daily recorded cases. In the trading world, if we see a chart like this, we call it momentum plays, where we expect the surge to continue as long as it starts moving down. And we know the momentum will not be an easy one to break, and it will take time for the streak to be broken. Dr. Anthony Fauci has been warning us for a very long time that this will happen, that we will face a second wave unless we do something about it. But this president, his party, and his media amplifiers only felt it was good to get into a public fight with Anthony Fauci, and the president even encouraged his supporters to chant "Fire Fauci" in one of his campaign events. In June 30, Dr. Fauci told us that if we do not control the outbreaks, we will put the entire country at risk and infections will more than double to 100,000 cases a day. He said that in June, and the exact same thing happened in October. I can make an accurate prediction, but it is going to be very disturbing. I will guarantee you that, because when you have an outbreak in one part of the country, even though in other parts of the country, if they're doing well, they're still vulnerable. And that's exactly what he said. Now, cases are rising at an alarming rate all over the country, with Central America taking the worst hit over the last couple of months, and the spread has now slowly but surely moved east as well as the west. This chart is absolutely miserable to see. Cases in California and Texas have gone through the roof in the last 7 days, with both states averaging more than 13,000 cases per day, followed by Illinois, Ohio, and Florida. The problem is, we were hitting 50,000 cases per day in the first week of October, which increased to 100,000 cases in the first week of November, and now we are hitting 175,000 cases in the last week of November. We are doubling at or around 4 weeks, and we have to do something to reduce this rate of spread. According to California Governor Gavin Newsom, 44,000 of the state's 73,000 hospital beds were occupied on Monday. Yesterday, Fox 4 News reported that COVID patients occupied just more than 15% of hospital beds in the North Texas region. So the good news from this whole set of bad news is we haven't run over the hospitals yet, and there is some room to handle the influx of patients. But we have to keep it that way and avoid the hospitals from being overrun. Then we have to take measures to contain the spread and do whatever we can to reduce the infection rate. This has already gone way beyond the question of economy versus COVID infection. We have to move quickly and we have to get things under control before the entire country is overwhelmed with patients. This, for whatever reason, feels like how things were in New York in the early days of the pandemic breakout. New York did survive and it did bring things under control, but the path to recovery was long, arduous, and complicated. But it was done before, so we can do this, but we have to be a bit more sensible. Please wear your masks when you step out, wash your hands, avoid unnecessary travel, and encourage other people to wear masks. It protects you and it will protect the other person as well. Just take a closer look at this map. The only countries that are with more than 52 cases per 100,000 people as of today are the United States of America, Portugal, Austria, Czech Republic, Serbia, Croatia, Lithuania, Slovenia, and Georgia. Iraq and Turkey have done better than the United States. So did Sudan, Ethiopia, Pakistan, and India. I mean, shame on us. The entire African continent, where so many countries don't even have a proper government or a good healthcare system, have done so much better than the United States. Somalia has 0.1 cases per 100,000 people. The United States, 53 per 100,000 people. Maybe Somalia does not have a Donald Trump, Ted Cruz, Mitch McConnell, Fox News, and Breitbart. Time to wage some more culture wars. let Biden bring the national mask mandate, Amy Coney Barrett, Samuel Alito, Neil Gorsuch, and Brett Kavanaugh will take care of it. So, what's a big deal if we record 2,300 deaths per day? I mean, shame on us, really.